The aforementioned Mr. Logli with the United Way is on the line right now. Paul, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, Riley. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Hey, you got some pretty good news. The first round of grant allocations has gone out.
That's right. United Way, we had visited a couple of weeks ago. We talked about this, but the United Way, along with our partners around the community, distributed $250,000 to 34 organizations in northern Illinois. We helped to fund several food pantries that were in need of cash to buy more food. We're helping out several daycares that are taking care of essential workers. We are helping out Crusader Clinic and taking care of emergency medical needs. So we really were sensitive to what we call emerging needs and basic necessities for people that are adversely affected by the economic hardships of the shutdown.
Paul, when something like this happens, it doesn't happen by accident. It doesn't happen without a lot of people getting involved and saying, you know what, I want to help too. I'm sure you've got some thank yous you want to throw to different individuals for our groups for making this happen.
Well, certainly. We got major contributions from the Meijer stores, the Schnuck stores. PACCAR just sent us a significant contribution. We've gotten help from NICOR and ComEd. Several individuals have given generous contributions, but I also want to emphasize the people who are sending in and are texting in checks for like $25, $50. Yep. For 100 years, United Way has proven over and over and over again, small amounts of money from a lot of people make a big difference. So, yeah, we enjoy the gifts from corporations for large amounts, but I tell you, what keeps us alive year in and year out are the individuals that give us those smaller checks. You can contribute really easily. You can text the word together to the number 40403. Couple of clicks and you've made a contribution. So we're very grateful. We've raised, in addition to $250,000, which actually that first $250 came from a state of Illinois COVID response fund, and that's not government money. That's private money that was collected by the governor's wife. We have now raised an additional $300,000 from local sources. So the people of the Rockford area have been exceedingly generous.
Outstanding. So, yeah, let's make it very, very clear that the fund is not closing up now. It isn't, okay, we got some money, we distributed it, thanks, everybody, talk to you tomorrow. This is still going on. You can still make a contribution, and if you want to know if you're eligible for a grant allocation, you can check into that too, right?
That's right. And the next deadline for grants is May 1st. It sounds like a long time. It's not. It's just a couple of days away. We will be doing, hopefully, a second and third round of grants. The one thing we do know is that even if the stay-at-home order ends in early May, let's say, the effects of this crisis are going to continue for months. And people are going to still be in need of rent assistance, utility assistance, food, shelter care, especially people start going to work. We got to open up these daycare centers again. So we expect to have a second and third round of grants, and obviously we would appreciate the help from anybody to make that second and third round possible. All the money stays in this area. The United Way takes nothing out of it. We take no administrative expenses out of it. The dollars are passed on directly to where it can do the most good.
Yep, and for people who always look into that sort of thing, they'll go to Charity Navigator or they'll go to some of the other sites that are dedicated to letting you know how much of your contribution actually goes where you want it to and how much goes to administrative. You can't get a better score than what Paul just outlined right there.
Well, thank you, Riley. And we agree with that. And again, we can't emphasize enough. The money stays right here. The first grant, we were able to give money out to also some organizations in Boone and Stevenson. That's because the state of Illinois fund, that private fund that gave us the first $250,000, insisted that it be done on a more regional basis. And we were glad to do that because they were trying to cover the entire state and try to recognize the needs around the entire state. We got the money, and they gave us a week to hand it out, and we got it done.
Outstanding. Once again, as Paul had mentioned, the next deadline is May 1st, and grant applications are available at unitedwayrrv.org. And if I have this right, Paul, your priorities for funding are, but not limited to, housing, medical, basic necessities, resources for your human service organizations as they respond to their clients' needs.
That is correct.
Outstanding. This, to move this quickly, to get this many people who are in the middle of, this is something that's touching each and every one of us to find people who are thinking, you know what? Yeah, I'm being touched by this, but others are being hit worse. I can give a little bit. I can give a little something. I can give a lot more than that. You've got, as you mentioned, if it weren't for everybody wanting to jump in this ship together and help everybody out, you wouldn't have totals like this.
That is correct, and that is the basis. That's the way we live united. I know it sounds trite, but man, we really believe in that concept. Coming together, everybody doing a little bit makes a huge difference in the lives of people who are really hurting right now. We're fortunate in Rockford. We've got sufficient food pantries right now. We haven't seen the lines of cars that have extended for a couple of miles like we've seen in Texas and Ohio. Our people are being taken care of because of the generosity of the rest of the community.
And you guys are doing a killer job. But I've only got about 10 seconds before we hit a hard break. Paul, thanks a lot for taking time out of your day. Thanks for what United Way does. We'll stay on this, and please let us know how we can help.
Thanks a lot, Riley. You have a good day.
We appreciate it. 7:30 now.